Good evening, everyone. This is Robert from RJL 518, welcoming you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1976 season is on the air. Today's date is June 7th, 1976, in the baseball day. And we are at San Diego Stadium to watch the greatest baseball team of all time, and that, of course, is the New York Mets. They are taking on the San Diego Padres today, as Steeler fan is first through the turnstiles at San Diego Stadium. The Mets come into this game at 31-23. They are in good position right now, second place in the National League East. The Padres are 23-26. Fifth place National League West, but not out of it by any means since we're only in the month of June. On a side note, today's date is May 7th, 2021, and I should like to state, and on May 7th, 2016, Bartolo Colon hit his home run against the San Diego Padres at Petco Park. That was 5 years ago today, so kind of fitting I have the Mets and the Padres today to celebrate Bartolo Colon's home run 5 years ago. Ronald Spersky joins us here at San Diego Stadium. He says, "Let's go Padres." Okay, that's fine. That will be fine. You can root for your team, and that is good. So we should have a good baseball game tonight, we hope. We'll find out. The Padres historically won this game 5-1. There were 9 hits and 2 errors between the teams. Let's see what we got tonight. Starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres tonight was Alan Foster. 3 wins, 6 losses, a 3.22 ERA. So he gets the call for the Friars tonight. Top of the first, leading off for the Mets. Shortstop Mike Phillips, 256 average, 4 homers, 29 RBIs. We are using brown, yellow, and white dice for the Padres since they are the home team. Here we go. Let's get to see if my Mets can maybe overturn history. As I said, my team lost to the Padres on this date. Let's see if I can reverse it. But, as I said, I play bipartisan. 5-2, and that is a blank. He's not tired. Phillips will swing 1-1, and he lifts a base hit to left field. That's a nice way from my Mets to start. A nice single. Phillips will go to first. That will bring up second baseman Felix Millan. 282 average, a homer, 35 RBIs. The infield will go halfway, and we'll check to see if anything on a strat. Phillips to steal, he needs a 1. And he got a 2, but there is a chance for a hit and run, but with a stolen base rating of 10 and Foster a -2 of an 8, I'm not going to do that. So will be a normal pitch. Foster will pitch 1-6, error on a throw. Millan will swing 6-2, and that's going to be a double into center field for Felix Millan. We'll find out if there is a throw. Phillips's base running rating is a 3. Double to center, +1 is a 4. Center field for the Padres is Melendez. +2 is a 6. He has a +2 arm, so there's not going to be a throw, and Phillips will automatically come in to score from first base. Millan goes to second, and just like that, my Mets are on top 1-0. On a nice RBI double by Felix Millan. Next batter will be the left fielder, John Milner. 271 average, 15 homers, 78 RBIs. Infield is back. See if anything happening on the roll. That is an 11, and no. Yes, Section 518 cheers. Yay! Foster will pitch. 6-2, that's blank. Milner swings. 2-5, star 6. That's a fly out to left. Now that's going to be out number 1. Millan's base running rating is a 2. Fly out to left makes that and he's got a -3 modifier now. So that is a -1. And no matter what happens, Millan stays at second. So there are now 2 outs. Oh, sorry, 1 out. 1 out, my bad. 1 out. Next batter will be the right fielder, Dave King Kong Kingman. 238 average, 37 homers, 86 RBIs. See what the strat says. It says nothing. Foster will pitch. And that is a 1-2. That's a walk plus 10. That 2 is definitely going to walk him. San Diego Stadium -3 to strikeouts and -1 to walks. That is a 2. So against a walk plus 10 makes that a 14. So Kingman will trot down to first on a walk. So Foster getting off to a tough start here in the top of the first. Next batter is the first baseman, Ed Kranepool. 292 average, 10 homers, 49 RBIs. Infield will now be halfway. The 15 says nothing happened on the strat. Foster, 4-5. That's a range play. Kranepool swings, 2-5. Ground ball to second base. That is hit to Tito Fuentes. His range is a 3, but with the infield halfway, it's a 2. And he won't get it. That's going to be a base hit. Because the infield was in halfway, that allows a single past second base. Mian's base running rating is a 2. He will score from second. Kingman's base running rating is a 3. He will make third on that hit. And Kranepool goes to first. And the Mets are jumping out quickly here. 2-0 on the Padres. On an RBI single by Kranepool. Next batter for the Mets, center fielder Del Unser, 228 average, 12 homers, 40 RBIs. Runners at first and third. The infield will still stay halfway. I'll check to see if anything happening on the strat. That is a 2. And could see a hit and run here. Kranepool has a hit and run ability. I can go on a hit and run. His stolen base rating's a 10. Unser, though, is a 12. And that is a high strikeout rating for him. Hit and run might not be a bad idea. Runners at first and third, I usually will call that. The only time I don't call a hit and run is with a runner on second. No, I'm going to hit away. Foster will go ahead and pitch. And that is a 3-6. Range play at the park. San Diego Stadium says 5-2. And that is a base hit to center field, but that's a range play. The ball is hit to Melendez, to Luis Melendez. His range is a 3. So a 1-3, he'll make the catch. No, he doesn't. That's going to be a single and a possible double. Single possible double to center field. 2 runners automatically advance 2 bases on that. So Kingman comes in to score. Kranepool goes to third. Unser rounding first. He has to try for second. His base running rating is a 3. Center fielder Melendez +2 is a 5. A 1-5. Unser safe at second. A 6. He's out. He's out. Del Unser tries to take second base, but the throw goes to second. A nice play by Luis Melendez, and he does get Unser. And that is the second out. But another run comes in for the Mets, and they've jumped out 3-0. So that does go as a base hit, but he is out. Kranepool automatically advances to third. And the next batter will be the catcher, Jerry Grody. Grody, 272 average, 4 homers, 28 RBIs, and 76. Now the infield is back. We'll check to see if anything happening on the bases. A 10 says no. Foster will pitch. 1-6. Error on a throw. Grody will swing. 4-6. Star 4, and that is a ground ball to third. The ball is hit the Raider. His error rating is a 10. That's a 19. He's got it. Throws to first to finally end the first inning, and that retires the side. 3 runs on 4 hits and a walk to start it off for the Mets here in the first. So section here, 518 cheers. Yay! But lots of baseball to go. And of course, as everyone knows, no lead is safe on my channel. Bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets, Craig Swan got the call tonight. 6 wins, 9 losses, a 3.54 ERA. A lot of people say that Swan was just an average pitcher. I got to tell you, I felt Swan was a little underrated. He just never really got run support. And Swan actually had a very good year, okay, in the future for the Mets. Craig Swan, just a little bit underrated. A little underrated. He doesn't get, and he stuck with those Mets through those 70s years, which were hard. Leading off for the Padres, shortstop Enzo Hernandez, 256 average, a homer, 24 RBIs. Swan will pitch, and that is a 2-6, strikeout, 15 no. Hernandez will swing, 2-6, he flies out to right. Out number 1. Next up is the second baseman, Tito Fuentes, 263 average, 2 homers, 36 RBIs. Swanee, 2-3, that's blank. Fuentes will swing 5-4, and that is a star 3, which is a ground ball to third. That's picked up by Steiger. He'll throw him out at first, and that's 2 outs. Here's the left fielder, Jerry Turner. He got the call in left field for the Padres tonight. 267 average, 5 homers, 37 RBI. Swan, 1-2, strikeout, 2, got him. He struck him out. First strikeout for Swan in a 1-2-3 inning. Go the Padres. And if you're the Mets, that's exactly what you wanted. After 1, the Mets are off to a 3-0 score. Second inning coming up. Leading off for the Mets, third baseman Roy Steiger, 220 average, 2 homers, 26 RBIs. He got the call at third base today. We'll see if Foster has calmed down since the first inning. Foster with the pitch, 3-1, strikeout, 16 no. Steiger will swing, 3-6, star 4. He grounds out to third. Next up for the Mets is their pitcher, Craig Swan. Batted 103 as a hitter that year. Peter Bergs joins us here at San Diego Stadium. Foster will pitch. 4-1, strikeout. Yep, got him easily. Strikeout number 1 for Foster, and that is the second out. And here will now be Mike Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 1, singled his first time up. Yeah, the Mets are not wasting any time. Remember, in 1976, the Mets had the best pitching staff in baseball that year. They just couldn't hit. They just couldn't hit. They were near the bottom of the National League in hitting. Foster will pitch. 2-5. That's a walk. That 18 is no good. Phillips will swing. 5-2. He flies out to center, and the inning is over. So nothing across, as Foster has a good inning there, which he needed. As I said, the Mets need all the runs they can get their hands on if they want to win games on my board. They are having a very good 10-minute ticker season so far at 31-23. But remember, the Mets didn't stink that year. They had the best pitching staff in baseball. They were still competitive until the Phillies really started taking over that division. Bottom of the second inning. Next, leading off for the Padres, first baseman Willie McCovey, Hall of Famer, 204 average, 7 homers, 36 RBIs. Willie McCovey, absolutely a Hall of Famer. Swan will pitch, but this is one of his last years. 4-4 from Swan against the lefty, that's blank. McCovey will swing 1-4, and he grounds out to third. McCovey was way past his prime during this time now. But this guy was just approaching it. Next up, right fielder Dave Winfield. 283 average, 13 homers, 69 RBIs, another Hall of Famer. A young Dave Winfield. Swan will pitch. 3-6, blank. Winfield will swing. 3-2, he flies out to right. 2 men down. For the Padres, there's the third baseman, Doug Rader. 257 average, 9 homers, 55 RBIs. Swanee, 3-4, that's a blank. Raider will swing. 4-4, that's a ball hit to center field. That is a 10 against a righty. Doug Raider smacks a triple into the deep part of San Diego Stadium. And the Padres get a man on third. A 2-out triple by Doug Raider. And he definitely smacks that one. And now the batter will be center fielder Luis Melendez, 224 average, 5 RBIs. He got the call in the center field for tonight. And the question is, can he bring in Raider? The infield will stay back. And let's see if anything happening on the bases. That is an 11 and no. Swan will pitch. And that is a 2-6. Strikeout 9. No, too high. Melendez will swing. 4-3. Fly ball left field. That will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Padres. But after 2, it's still 3-0 in favor of my Mets. Third inning coming up. Here's Felix Millan. Millan is 1-for-1, doubled his first time up. Foster ready to deal. And that is a 2-6 against a righty. Strikeout 5, not a chance. Millan will swing. 3-5, base hit left field. That is a single for Millan. He got the base hit. Millan does not strike out much with 3 and a 2. And he does get a single. That's his second hit of the game. Next batter will be John Milner. Milner is 0-for-1. Infield does go halfway. Let's see what we want to do with Milner. First, let's see if anything happening on the bases. A 9 is a negative. So Foster will pitch to Milner. And that is a 6-4. Home run chance. Milner against a righty is a 20. And I don't have to check the D20 die. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep to left field. Going back is Turner, but he's going to run out of room. That ball is way out of here. Home run, John Milner. And Alan Foster pitches Milner a grapefruit, and he turns that into fruit salad. That is a way goner on a 20, and he got a 3. So you know that one got kicked out of here quick. Section 518, cheers. Yay! Stadium, San Diego Stadium groans. Ugh. 5-0 Mets. For a team that doesn't hit pretty well, they're doing it tonight. In a game, they got beaten 5-1. Now the batter is Dave King Kong Kingman. And the Padres do not want to go to their bullpen just yet, although Foster is due to bat second in the bottom of the third. Kingman walked his first time up. Foster, 6-4. Again with the home run chance. And Kingman is a 20 from both sides. And we're going to have back-to-back jacks. Kablam! That ball is gone. See you later. And that ball got out of here in a hurry. Kingman crushes that one as King Kong. This game may be in San Diego, but Kingman sent that one to the Empire State Building. That is out of here. Back-to-back jacks. Home run for Kingman. And that will now be 6-0 Mets. Foster is Australian for a home run as Baseball Demos joins us here at San Diego Stadium. And the batter will be Ed Kranepool. Still nobody out here in the top of the third. A single and 2 back-to-back jacks. And here's Kranepool. And the Padres may be forced to go to someone in the bullpen here. Kranepool is 1-for-1. He singled his first time up. Foster with the pitch, 4-5, range play. Kranepool will swing 2-6, And that's a fly ball to center field. That is hit to Melendez. His range is a 3. No, that's going to be a single for Kranepool. Kranepool gets a single. He will go on first as Melendez couldn't get to it, and I got no choice. Foster's got to come out. So that is it as the Mets chase away Alan Foster, who pitched beautifully in this game historically. It was only 5-1, but the Mets are up 6-0 here, top of the third. And we'll see who the Padres bring out. The next batter for the Mets is Unser. And it's left, right, right. I think they'll go with a righty here, and they're going to have to go with a long reliever. Depends on who they have here. Usually in this situation, I usually will take a starter that does relieve. And they're going to go with Dan Spillner, who was actually a starter, but he had 18 relief appearances. So Spillner is going to come out and pitch. He can pitch to 8 batters. And we may see, do I have to do a double switch early? I may have to. Spillner's due to bat second. I may have to do a double switch. No, nothing like that. But, well, actually, remember, no, that's not true. Remember the pull ratings, Dave. Remember the pull rating. That's it. That's a fatigue factor, which means they have to be pulled in a way. In a way, that's like a fatigue factor is the pull rating. I only use that in certain occasions, but in this case, the Padres are up. The Mets just blew up San Diego here. I got no choice. I got to take them out. Question is, do I want to go ahead and do a double switch here? Let's see. The leadoff batter is Davis. You know what? I'm going to bring back Spillner, and I'm going to bring out somebody else, someone who can only go for a quick minute. I may have to bring in Spillner for different reasons. So Spillner is going to come back. And I'm going to go with Dave Freisleben instead. He's more of a starter. But he's just going to try to get this inning over. Dave Freisleben will pinch to Del Unser here. So it's the top of the third, 6-0 Mets. Let's see if the infield is halfway. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. No. Freisleben will pitch now. 3-5. That's a walk. That 3. Yeah, he walks Unser, and it looks like it's going to be one of those games for the Padres. Runners at first and second for Jerry Grody. Grody is 0 for 1. Strat says a 16, nothing happening. Freisleben will go ahead and pitch. 3-4. That's a double question mark. Grody a righty, a 1-3 is an automatic out. The 5 is no good. Grody will swing. 6-4. That's a ball hit to center field. That's a 6 against a righty. That's going to be a single for Jerry Grody. And the hits just keep on coming. Let's see. Question is, will that score Kranepool? Base running rating is a 1. It's a single to center. Single to center, +2, a 3. Center fielder for the Padres, Melendez, +2 is a 5. He's got absolutely no arm. So a 1-5 on the brown die, Kranepool will score. He does. Kranepool scores. Del Unser, though, that 4 is higher than Unser's base running rating, so he will stop at second. But an RBI single by Grody, and it is now 7-0 Mets. And still no one out here in the top of the third. And here's Roy Steiger. And right now the fans here in San Diego are going to the concession stand to probably get another beer. We'll see. I'm still rolling a strat, barely. And that is a 16. Nothing happening. Freisleben will pitch. and that's a 6-4. That's a walk plus 10. That's an 8, and that's going to walk Steiger. So we're on pace to maybe having one of the biggest innings ever in my games. Four runs are already in, bases loaded, nobody out. San Diego's out. Stop it, Dave. So bases are loaded. Now the batter is Craig Swan. Now he's going to go ahead and hit away and see what happens there. The infield is going to stay halfway, try to turn 2 if possible, though Craig Swan doesn't ground out in many double plays. And Freisleben has a 0 as a double play rating. Ooh, may have to call. They're going to call the infield in. They're going to call the infield in is what they're going to do, especially with Craig Swan. I could try a squeeze bunt here. Might not be a bad idea. Let's see if anything happening on the strat. That is a 7, no. I could call a squeeze bunt, but nah. Bases are loaded here. Up 7-0. You got to play it right. A squeeze bunt would be insulting. Freisleben will go ahead and pitch, and that is a 4-2. That's a walk, and that 7 is... Wow, he walked the pitcher. 8 minus 1 is 7. That is a 7, and Freisleben walks the pitcher, and walks in a run. Oh my God. It's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those games. He walks Craig Swan. He walks the pitcher, and it's now 8-0. It is just not good for the Padres tonight. But then again, you know how my games go. Batter will be Mike Phillips. Yeah, even Randy Jones can't help them now. Here's Mike Phillips. He's 1 for 2. Still no one out. Freisleben is on his 4th batter now. He can pitch to 6 before getting tired. And now there is no more strat roll. The infield is going to play... They're going to play in still. Freisleben, 6-5. Range play. Phillips will swing. 5-5. Star 5. That's a fly ball to left field. That ball is hit to turn. That ball is hit to Jerry Turner. It's a range play. His range is a 2. Yes, he will get an out. Now that's out number 1. Phillips has a sacrifice fly rating of 4. He will score Grody on that. So Grody comes in to score. It is a sacrifice fly. They finally get an out, and the Mets are leading 9-0. Here's Felix Millan. Felix Millan is the batter. Millan is 2 for 2, a single and a double. The infield will now move back to halfway. Freisleben will pitch, and that is a 1-6 strikeout, 12 no. Forget about striking out Millan. He rarely does it. Millan swings 6-4, ground ball to short. Is this a double play? 2-0-3. Second base for the Padres is Fuentes. No Fuentes, no arm. A 1-3. They turn the double play. No, they do not. So Steiger goes to 3rd. Swan is out at 2nd, and Millan is safe at 1st, and there are 2 outs. So that is a fielder's choice. And now the batter is John Milner. Runners at the corners. Now Freisleben is tired, and they're going to keep him out there because he's the second batter due. So it's up to Freisleben to try to get out of this inning. No strat. Freisleben will pitch to Milner. Milner hit a home run his last time up. This is the second time he's been up in the inning as the Mets have batted around. Freisleben, 1-4, blank. Milner will swing, 6-4, fly ball to left field. That'll end the inning right there as that ball is put away by Turner, and this inning is over. It's not the biggest inning I've ever had, but still pretty, but maybe the biggest inning I've ever had for the Mets. 6 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, and a sacrifice fly. 9-0, bottom of the 3rd coming up. Question is that lead big enough for Craig Swan? As we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Padres will be the catcher, Bob Davis. Davis, 205 average, no homers, 5 RBIs. Swan will pitch, and that is a 2-4. Strikeout, 18 no. Davis will swing, 6-2. That's a ball hit to right field. That is a 5, and that's going to be a triple for Bob Davis. So the Padres start with a runner on 3rd. Nice way for them to start, and that is the 2nd triple hit by the Padres. Timeout on the field for scorecard correction. Okay. So Davis on at 3rd, and Dave Freisleben is the pitcher due up, and of course they're not going to bat him. So the Padres will have to go to the bench. And looks like, and it has to be the player with the most at bats, and in that case, that is Willie Davis. So Willie Davis will pinch hit, 268 average, 5 homers, 46 RBIs. The Mets will play the infield back. You got a 9-run lead, just get some outs. No strat, Swan will pitch. 1-2, strikeout, 18 no. Davis will swing. 2-6. That is a star 3, and that is a ground ball to 3rd. Davis, his base running rating is a 1. Becomes a 3 when the infield is back. Davis is going to come home. The Mets are going to throw to first to get the automatic out, and the Padres are on the board. It's now 9-1. But the run does come in to score for the Padres, so at least they're on the board. 9-1 now. And here is Enzo Hernandez. He's 0 for 1. Swan will pitch. 6-5. That's a walk, 19 no. Hernandez will swing. 1-6, grounded right back to Swan. He'll throw to first, out number 2. And now we'll see Tito Fuentes. Fuentes is 0 for 1. FastScore is looking not good to San Diego. Swan will pitch to Fuentes, and that is Suadice. Reroll. Swan, 6-5. That's a walk. The 11 is a no. Fuentes will swing. 4-2, flies out to center, and that will end the inning. 1 run for the Padres on 1 hit, a triple, and they got him in on a fielder's choice. After 3, the Mets are leading 9-1. We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Mets is King Kong Kingman. He hit a home run, a back-to-back, right behind Milner. Well, let's see who the Padres want to bring in to pitch. Now they'll bring in Dan Spillner, which makes a little bit more sense. So now Spillner will come in. Spillner, 2 wins, 11 losses, a 5.06 ERA, but he has 8 batters he can face before tiring. He's just in there right now just to eat up some innings as we start the top of the 4th. And that will be picked up by my mom will get that one. So Kingman at the plate now. Spillner will bat, or Spillner will pitch, and Kingman will bat. Spillner, 4-2. Strikeout, 8. No. Not a chance. That's a 4. It doesn't strike out much against the righties. A -3 would have been no chance. So no. Kingman does get to swing though. 5-4, star 5, and he grounds it to short. That's the first out. And here's Cranepool. Cranepool is 2 for 2, 2 singles. Spillner, 4-1. That's a walk. The 15 is no. Cranepool will swing 4-6. Base hit right past second. That's a single for Cranepool. He's 3 for 3. Next batter for the Mets is Del Unser. Unser is 1 for 1, singled and walked. The infield will go halfway. There is no strat. Spillner, 5-5. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium says 1-5, and that is a ball hit to left field. That is a 6. That's going to be a single to left. That is a single to left field. Let's see. Does that get Cranepool over to third? Let's see. Base run rating, I doubt it. Base run rating's a 1. Single to left, -2, -1. Turner +1's a 0. No. Cranepool will automatically hold at second base. But another base hit for the Mets. And now Jerry Grody. Grody is 1 for 2. He's singled. Infield staying halfway. Fans here at San Diego Stadium are going to get another beer. Spillner will pitch. And that is a 4-4. And that's a hit by pitch to no. Grody is a 2, but Spillner's a -10. Grody will swing. 4-5. And against the righty, that's a ground ball to second base. Do they turn the double play? 3, 4, 5. Shortstop. Hernandez is 0. 1-5. They turn the double play. Yes, they do. And the side is retired. They get out of it. 4-6-3 double play. So no runs. There were 2 hits for the Mets. As we go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Friars will be Turner. Turner is 0 for 1. Looks like we have another blowout going on, but game's not over till I have the last roll of the dice. Swan will pitch. 1-4 range play at the park. San Diego Stadium 1-5, and that is a ball hit to left field. And that is a 3, and that's going to be a single, but it is a range play, and that is hit to Turner. I'm sorry, it's a left field. That ball is hit to Milner. His range is a 3. No, we can't get it, and that will be a single for Turner, as it's just out of Milner's reach. So we'll lead off base hit for the Padres. That brings up McCovey. Infield will go halfway. McCovey is 0 for 1. Swan will deal to McCovey. And that is a 2-5. That's at the park again. San Diego Stadium says 4-3. That's grounded to first. Will they turn the double play? 1-0-1. Shortstop is Phillips, and he's a 0. The only way to turn the double play is on a 1. No, that's a 5. Turner, though, his base running rating's a 3. He has no chance. He is thrown out at second. McCovey does make first for out number 1. Fielder's choice. Next up is Winfield. Winfield is 0 for 1. Infield still staying halfway. Swan with the pitch. 6-6, strikeout, 15. No. Winfield will swing. 4-1, star 3, a ground ball to third. Do they turn the double play this time? 3-2-3, second base. Mian is a 0. A 1-3, they turn the double play. Yes, they do. Around the horn, third base to second base to first base, inning over. No runs and a hit for the Padres. After 4, it is still 9-1 Mets. We are at the 5th inning. Spillner will stay out there. Roy Steiger will go ahead and bat. He's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. Steiger and the pitcher are the only ones that have not gotten a hit, but everybody did at least get on base for the Mets so far. Spillner will pitch to Steiger, and that's a 1-1. That's a walk. The 18 is no. Steiger, and that is a 5-1. Star 2, and he grounds it to third. Out number 1, and here comes Craig Swan. He'll bat. Why not? You got an 8-run lead. Spillner will pitch, and that's a 3-3 wild pitch, ball 1. 5-4, that's blank. Swan gets the swing, and that is a 2-6. He grounds it to short. He did walk in. Swan did get an RBI, though, because he walked in a run. So I guess and there is 1 RBI on his card, so maybe this is the game he did it in. I don't know. So 2 outs now for Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 3, singled in the first. Spillner, 6-1, strikeout 10, no. Phillips will go ahead and swing. 6-5, ground out to second base. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Padres. So maybe they've settled down a little bit since the 3rd inning. We are halfway through this one, 9-1 Mets. Bottom of the 5th. Doug Rader leads off for the Padres. He hit a triple his first time up, so he's 1 for 1. Swan will stay out there. He can pitch to 26 batters. He's cruising. Swan will pitch 3-3. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium, 1-5. That's a ball hit to left field. That is a 5, and that's a single for Rader. Man, the ballpark has given up some hits today on the ballpark card, getting a gobber of hits. Rader has his 2nd hit of the game. He'll hold up at first. The batter will be Luis Melendez, and he is 0 for 1. Infield goes to halfway. Swan, 6-6, strikeout, 15, no. Melendez, 6-3, and that's a fly ball center field. That will be out number 1. Here comes Bob Davis. He hit a triple his first time up, so he's also 1 for 1. There is no strat roll. Swan will pitch, 3-1, range play. Davis, 4-2. That's a base hit to center field. It's a range play, though, to Unser. Unser's range is a 3. Yes, he'll make the catch. Out number 2. Makes a great play out there in center field. Nice play by Unser. 2 outs. Dan Spillner due to bat, and he will bring him back to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Padres will be Fred Kendall. Kendall will pinch hit, 246, 2 homers, 39 RBIs. Rader on at first. Infield is now back. Swan will pitch, 2-1, double question mark. That 5 is too high for either side. Kendall will swing, 1-2 against a righty. It's a base hit past first. That is a single for Kendall. Pinch it. Raiders' base running rating is a 2, becomes a 3. He will make third with no problem. Kendall will hold it first. Pinch hit single by Kendall. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And now the batter is Enzo Hernandez. Can he come through with a hit here to get the Padres a little closer? They're going to go talk to Swan on the mound for a moment, see how he's doing. Now he'll pitch to Hernandez. Hernandez is 0 for 2. Runners at the corners. There's still no strat. Swan will pitch. 2-2. Error on a grounder. Hernandez swings 6-3. That is a ground ball to third base, and that ball is hit to Steiger. His error rating is a 7. That's a 3. He's gonna make an error out there. Holy cow! Steiger makes an error. Ouch! As he drops the ball, trying to make a transfer, and everybody will be safe. And that is an E5. It's a one-base error because it's a grounder. So Rader does come in to score. Kendall goes to second. Hernandez on first. And it is now 9-2 on a huge error by Roy Steiger. And that is the first error on the Mets. Both teams did make an error historically in the game. So runners at first and second, the Padres get a free out, and here is Tito Fuentes, who can now maybe get the Padres even closer. Fuentes is 0 for 2. Still no strat. Kendall on at second, Hernandez at first. Here's the pitch from Swan. That's a 4-2 against a lefty switch. That is a walk plus 10, and that is going to walk Fuentes, and the bases are loaded. And here come the Padres. That is a walk. As against a righty, it's a 4. It becomes a 14. -1 is a 13. The 11 is still good. And he does walk Fuentes. And now a chance for Jerry Turner. It's now 9-2. And Swan here getting a little bit agitated. Turner is 1 for 2. Bases loaded. Turner does have some home run power. A home run makes this game a lot more interesting. 2 outs, still no strat. Swan will pitch. 3-4. That's a blank. Turner swings. 6-4. Fly ball to left field. The Mets will get out of it. Fly out to left, inning over. The Padres get 1 run on 2 hits, a walk, and 1 error. After 5, it is now 9-2 in favor of the Metsies. Sixth inning. Let's see what we got. Leading off for the Mets is Felix Millan. Mets have right, left, right coming up. Padres will probably go with a right-hander here. And they're going to go with... Not many right-handers in the bullpen in for this game. All right. May have to just go to one of their better pitchers. No, why not? They'll bring him in. Coming on to pitch for the Padres will be Butch Metzger. Pretty much he was their closer. 11 wins, 4 losses, 16 saves, a 2.92 ERA. Metzger can pitch to 7 batters, though. So Metzger becomes the 4th Padre pitcher. And he'll go up against Felix Millan here, starting the top of the 6th. 9-2 Mets. Metzger will pitch. And that is a 2-2. Strikeout 20, not a chance. Millan, 5-2. Single past third. Base hit for Millan. And Millan having a good night tonight. He is now 3 for 4. Next batter is John Milner. Padres go halfway. Milner 1 for 3 with a homer. So right now, Mets hitters are just doing everything they can against Padre pitching. Metzger with the pitch. 5-3, strikeout 4. Yes, that they get him out. They get him there, struck him out. Milner goes down on a K. That's out number 1. Here comes King Kong. He's had a good night tonight, too. Anytime you hit a homer, it's a good night. He's 1 for 2. He hit a back-to-back homer right behind Milner. Metzger knows he's got to be careful. Any home run chance against Kingman, the ball is already gone, is automatically gone. Metzger, 5-5 against a righty, that's blank. Kingman will swing, 3-2, base hit, left field. That's a single for Kingman. Mian's base running rating is a 2. Single to left, -2-0. Left fielder for the Padres is Turner, +1. So the only way Mian can get to third is on a 1. No, he'll hold it second. But that is a base hit for Kingman. So now runners at first and second. Here comes Ed Kranepool. He's 3 for 3. 3 singles tonight for him in the Mets. Infield is still halfway. Padres are already looking ahead to the 10-minute ticker for tomorrow. Metzger will pitch. And that is a 2-6. Strikeout 3. Yes, he does get Kranepool on the K. Struck him out. 2 down. Coming up next now will be Del Unser. Unser is 2 for 2. 2 singles and a walk. The infield is now normal. Metzger looking in for the Padres. Here's the pitch. 6-5, range play at the park. San Diego Stadium says 4-1. Ground ball to short, and that ball is hit to Hernandez. His range is a 4. The infield is normal. But he's not going to get it. That's going to be a base hit for Del Unser. That's going to be a single. Will that score Mian? The answer to that question is yes. Mian will score from second with 2 outs. His base running rating is a 3 instead of a 2. He will score. Kingman's base running rating is a 3. And even with 2 outs, he has to hold at second. And the Mets get themselves a run back and now have a 10-2 lead. Mets leading 10-2 here, top of the 6th. As Unser gets his 3rd hit of the game. And the run scores and the runner stays there. And next up is Jerry Grody. Still 2 outs. They're going to stay with Metzger out there. Runners at first and second. 2 men down. But now it's 10-2 Mets. They get a run in. Metzger will pitch. That's a 6-2. Double question mark. Grody, a righty. A 1-6 is a single right up the middle. That's a 4. It's a base hit. It's a single for Grody. On a single up the middle, will that score Kingman? Yes. Kingman will score from second. Unser's base running rating is a 3, becomes a 4 with 2 outs, and he will make third. And Grody goes to first. And now the Mets are beginning to make this game are now beginning to make the Padres look ridiculous. As they now lead it 11-2. And now here's Roy Steiger. This will be Metzger's 7th batter. He'll be tired after this one. He may have to stay out there and take one for the team. 11-2. Runners at the corners here. San Diego Stadium. A lot of the fans are pretty much left. Some are unable to leave because they're so drunk in the stands right now. This is definitely a beer drinking game. Metzger will pitch. 4-1. Error on a throw. Steiger 4-3. That's a fly ball to left field. There will not be a throwing error there, and that will end the inning. So 2 runs for the Mets on 4 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Mets in total command, 11-2. Bottom of the 6th inning, Swan's got about 5 batters before he has to worry about tiring. Leading off for the Padres will be Hall of Famer Willie McCovey, and he is 0 for 2. Swan will pitch, and that is a 2-2. Error on a grounder. McCovey, 3-5. That is a single to second. Now that is a possible infield single to second base. McCovey's base running rating is a 1. There's not going to be an error, but it's a slow roller to second base. That's picked up by Mian. McCovey's base running rating is a 1. The only way he gets to first is on a 1. No, he's thrown out. Out number 1. A slow rolling single to Mian gets it and gets McCovey pretty much by a couple of steps with a base running rating of 1. He had a very hard time to get there. So that's the new EG, and that's the new EG question mark and E question mark rule on singles 1 through 6. So that is 1 out. And the batter is Winfield. Winfield is 0 for 2. Swan will pitch. 6-6, strikeout 11. No. Winfield will take the swing. 2-1, he flies out the left for the second out. I actually like that EGE question mark rule. Makes the game even more exciting. Here's Doug Rader. Rader's having a good night. He's 2 for 2, a triple and a single. Swan will go ahead and pitch. 1-4, range play at the park. San Diego Stadium says 6-6, star 3. That's a ground ball to third. It's hit the Steiger. His range is a 5. He'll make it. He's got it. Throws to first easily. Side retired. So a couple of nice plays in defense, but it's 1-2-3 go the Padres. 11-2 Mets after 6. As Section 518 here relaxes in the stands. And orders another couple of hot dogs and beer here at San Diego Stadium. Wearing his Mets jerseys, and there are a few Mets jerseys in the stadium here at San Diego Stadium. A few more Padres jerseys, but a lot of Padres fans are pretty much left the park. Top of the 7th, Craig Swan is a leadoff batter for the Mets. He will bat. Why not? You got a 9-run lead. Metzger is tired. They're going to see how long he can go. Metzger is due to bat third in the 7th. Pitch from Metzger, 1-5. That's a walk. The 18 is a no-no. Swan will swing, 3-2, and he just grounds it to short. Out number 1, and here's Mike Phillips. Phillips is 1 for 4. Metzger, 6-4. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium getting a lot of work today. 3-6 fly out the left. San Diego Stadium getting a lot of work today off the dice. Here's Felix Mian. He's 3 for 4 tonight. 2 singles and a double. Metzger doing a good job here. See if he can finish it off. 2-2, strikeout, 5, not a chance. Mian will swing. 3-6, ground ball to third. That's picked up by Rader. He will throw to first, and a 1-2-3 inning on the Mets. So Butch Metzger does his job. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing your take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up right after the game. And tomorrow on Inside Pitch will be June 9th. And we're going to go to the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. The Atlanta Braves will take on the Chicago Cubs. I was lucky to get both those teams in a game because those teams were not on my schedule block yet. So it'll be Andy Messersmith versus Joe Coleman. So Messersmith and Coleman tomorrow. So we'll have the Atlanta Braves and the Chicago Cubs from the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. So join us for that game tomorrow night on RJL 518. Meanwhile, my METS Mets are doing just fine. They are leading 11-2 here, going in the bottom of the seventh. Swan is going to stay out there. He will be tired after the next two batters. Luis Melendez leads off for the Friars, and he is 0 for 2. I don't know if Swan had many, I don't know how many complete games he had. He only had 6 wins. He only had 6 wins that year, so I don't know if he had any complete games. Swan will pitch, 3-1. That's a range play. Melendez, 1-2. Ground ball to short. That is hit to Phillips. His range is a 3. No, that's going to be a single. Melendez will get to first on a base hit. And that ball was hit a little bit out of Mike Phillips's reach, and that is a single. He'll go to first. The infield will be halfway. Next batter is Bob Davis. Davis is 1 for 2, has a triple in the game. There is no strat. Swan will go ahead and pitch. Remember, the Padres are in runner safe mode. So they only advance 1 base on a single, 2 bases on a double, and 3 on a triple. You don't right now. You don't want any runners thrown out unless there's a chance to score. Even though he put that rule in there, I still think if there's a chance to score, I may give it a shot. Swan will pitch 2-6, strikeout 1. Got him. He gets Davis. And that is strikeout number 2 for Swan. Strikeout number 2. And now we'll see a pinch hitter in for Butch Metzger. And we'll see who the Padres bring up. So Metzger is done for the game. And coming on to pinch hit for the Padres will be Mike Ivy. 291 average, 7 homers, 70 RBIs. Mike Ivy will go up against Craig Swan here. So runner on first, and there is now 1 out. Swan is now tired. Let's see how long they can keep him out there. Swan's pitch. 2-5 at the park. San Diego Stadium will say 5-3. And that is a blank. We got a rare play. And you knew sooner or later, with all the balls going to the ballpark card, sooner or later we would see a rare play. And we'll use the new rare play chart. So rare play with men on base. And let's see what we get. And that is a 3-5. If runner on second, single to center field, well, there is no runner on second, so the play does not apply. We re-roll. 2-2. Fly ball to center field, caught with the lead runner tagging and moving up a base. The play is appealed, and the runner is called out for leaving early. Holy cow. So 2-2. Fly ball to center field, caught with the lead runner tagging and moving up a base. The play is appealed, and the runner is called out, which means the inning is over. So Mike Ivy flies out to center. Melendez tried to go to second base on a deep fly ball, and apparently they felt that he left the base early, and he did, and he is out. Side retired. Wow, Padres are not getting any breaks. No runs. They do get a hit, And after 7, it stays 11-2. That is a double play, and that goes as an F8-3. It goes as an F8-3 double play. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Mets are leading 11-2. John Milner, the batter. They got left, right, left. We'll see if the Padres want to bring on to pitch. And they're going to go with Brent Strom. 12 wins, 16 losses, a 3.29 ERA. Didn't relieve much, but you're down by 9 runs. It makes sense to bring in someone that you could save for the next game. Brent Strom will pitch to John Milner here, top of the 8th. 11-2. Padres is not getting any breaks. 11 runs. Geez, that may be the most the Mets have ever had in that year. I'll have to look. They couldn't hit a lick in 76. Strom with the pitch. 1-6. Strikeout. 15. No. Milner. 6-3 against the lefty. Base hit past first. Milner has a single. That's his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 5. And now here's Kingman. Kong is 2 for 3, homered, singled, and walked. So runner on first. No Strat, of course. Infield is half. Strom will pitch to Kong. 3-1. That's a walk. That 5 against the lefty. Yeah, that's a walk, all right. And he walks Kingman. Kingman drew a lot of walks, a good number of walks against lefties. And once again, the Mets are threatening. Here's Ed Kranepool. Kranepool is 3 for 4, 3 singles. Strom will pitch to Kranepool here. And that is a 1-4. Home run question mark. Won't matter. Kranepool is a 0 against lefties, so that's an automatic blank. Strom, though, has a 1 on each side, so that wouldn't have mattered. Kranepool does swing, though. 5-1, star 4, and he grounds it to third. Where is it hit? And that is hit in the hole. A double play chance will go from second to first. So let's see. 2, 0, 3. Second base Fuentes is a 0. A 1-3, they turn the double play. No, they do not. It's going to be runner advancement, so Milner goes to third. Kingman to second. The only play was Kranepool at first. 1 out. The runners move up a base. And now here's Del Unser. Unser 3 for 3, 3 singles and a walk. He's having a good night. The infield is going to play in. They do not want any more runs to come in if they want any hope. Although really you're down by 9 runs. Maybe they'll just play the infield back, surrender the game. But I think you play to win. Strom will pitch to Unser. 1-2. Range play at the park. Oh boy. San Diego Stadium, 5-2. And that is a base hit to center field. But is a range play, though. It's a single to center plus a double. The ball is hit to Melendez. His range is a 3. He absolutely has to make this catch. No! That's going to be a single possible double to center field. Milner and Kingman automatically score. It's automatic 2-base advance. But Unser has to try for second. His base running rating is a 3. Melendez is +2 arm is a 5. So the only way he's out is on a 6. He's safe by a mile. Del Unser gets his 4th hit of the game. 2 runs come in for the Mets. And this game is now just an old-fashioned. This game is now an old-fashioned taking the opposing team behind the woodshed. Mets now lead 13-2. And Unser on its second. And here's Jerry Grody. And right now, the Mets in the dugout are just sitting back and enjoying the festivities. Infield will go back. There's still one out. Grody is 2 for 4. Strom still has some batters left in him. They're going to keep him out there. It really doesn't matter now. 3-1, walk, 18 no. Grody will swing. 2-4, star 5. That's a fly out to left. Can Unser advance on that? Base running rating is a 3. -3 on a fly out to left is a 0. Left fielder is Turner, a +1. The only way Unser can get to third is on a 1. No, he'll stay right where he's at, 2 outs. And here is Roy Steiger. Steiger committed an error in this game. He does not have a hit. He is 0 for 3, but he did walk. He needs a hit in order to join the hit parade for the Mets. Strom will pitch. 1-6. Strikeout 10. No, he has a 10 against lefties, but -3 is a 7. So Steiger gets a chance to swing. 4-2, but he just flies out to right on that one. And he still does not have a hit. And the inning is over. 2 more runs for the Mets on 2 hits and a walk. Bottom of the 8th. Mets are just right now embarrassing the Padres 13-2. Bottom of the 8th, Craig Swan is tired. He is due to bat first in the 9th inning, and they're going to see if he can go. Enzo Hernandez leads off for the Padres. He is 0 for 2. He reached on an error his last time up. 13-2 Mets. One of the most I think maybe the most runs I've had with the Mets since I played them. We'll see. I'll have to look. Swan will pitch. And that is a 3-4. That's a blank. Hernandez will swing. 5-4, star 1, and it's a ground out to second. Next up is Fuentes. Fuentes is 0 for 2. Swan with the pitch. 6-5. That's a walk. The 17 is no good. Fuentes will swing. 4-1. Base hit to right. So Fuentes gets a single. He'll trot down to first. Next up is Jerry Turner. Infield will move to halfway for the Mets. Fuentes on at first. Still no Strat, of course. Swan will pitch. 6-5, walk, 15, no. Turner will swing. 2-1, fly ball, center field, out number 2. Swan's pitching a very good game tonight. He should be very proud of it. I don't know if I'll have him finish, though. Here's Willie McCovey. McCovey is 0 for 3. Fuentes on at first. 2 outs now. Infield back. Swan, 1-3. Walk, 18 is a negative. McCovey will swing. 2-2. Ground ball right back to Swan. He's got it. Underhands it to first. Side retired. No runs and a hit. After 8. 13-2 in favor of the New York Mets. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Brent Strom let's see. Craig Swan is due to bat, and he got an 11-run lead. I don't know. Did Craig Swan have any complete games that year? I don't remember if he did or not. They're going to leave him out there. Why not? Craig Swan is going to bat. He got an 11-run lead. He has not hit a fatigue result yet in his matrix, so we'll see how long he can stay out. So Swan will bat, and he is 0 for 3. He did walk. Strom is not tired yet. He will be after Swan. And I think the Padres are just going to ask him to take it for the team. Strom, 4-6. Hit by pitch, 12. Yeah, he hit him. He hit Swan. 17 minus 5 is a 12, and he hit the pitcher. Oh, boy. So a hit batter puts Swan on for the second time in this ball game. So he hits Swan. So Swan walks in this game, and he gets hit. Now the batter is Phillips. Padre pitching just not getting it done. Phillips is 1 for 5. Strom is going to stay out there himself. He is one of their better pitchers in the bullpen. We'll see how long he can go. Infield is half. Strom will pitch. 3-1. Walk. 16 is a no. Phillips will swing. 3-1. That's a ground ball to short. Let's see if they turn it. 1-0-2. Second base. Fuentes is a 0. 1-2 double play for the Mets. No. Swan will be out. Phillips will take first, and that is the first out on a fielder's choice. Next up is Mian. Mian is 3 for 5. 3 for 5 today, a double and 2 singles. Phillips on it first. Padres just want to go home. Strom's pitch, 6-6. That's at the park. San Diego Stadium has been brutal today, really. 4-5, and that is going to be a single, possible double to right. Automatic 2 bases for Phillips. He goes to third. Mian rounding first. He'll try for second. Base running rating is a 2. Right fielder Winfield, -2 is a 0. He has no chance to get to second, so he'll hold it first automatically. That's the 4th hit of the game for Mian. And now here's John Milner. Runners at the corners. Milner is 2 for 5, a home run and a single. Strom staying out there. He'll pitch to Milner. 1-1. Wild pitch, 18. No. Wow, that was close. It goes up as high as a 16. No wild pitch, and that is ball 1. Strom will try again. 4-3. Home run check. Against the lefty, that's a 14. That is a 7. Boom! That ball is high. That ball is deep to center field. It is gone. John Milner just smacked his second homer of the game. And that is a 3-run jack. Section 518, cheers. Yay! John Milner comes up and just sends one into center. And the Mets have now tied this year's board score with the most runs a team has had in this season. They now lead 16-2. I've been working on the new hockey game yet. I'm not ready to stream. I'm still learning the rules there, Dave. 16-2 Mets, and the Padres are just want this game to be over, and that's going to be it for Strom. I got to take him out after that, so that's going to be it. So the Padres will go back to the bullpen again. Not many relievers left. And they're going to go with Ken Reynolds. You're down by 14. You're down by 2 touchdowns. So you're going to go ahead and just bring in a pitcher, even though he's got a 6.40 ERA. Ken Reynolds will come on and pitch for the Padres against Dave Kingman. No wins, 3 losses. No wins, 3 losses save, a 6.40 ERA. Still 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And the Mets right now are just absolutely embarrassing the Padres. 16 runs is the highest I've had a team score this season. Not the highest ever. The highest I had was 17. Mets are 1 run away from tying my all-time high in either inside or payoff pitch. 17 is the highest. Reynolds will pitch. 4-3, blank. Kingman will swing. 5-2, fly out to left. Out number 2. Kingman is now 2 for 4. He had a home run. And now the batter is Ed Kranepool. Kranepool is 3 for 5, 3 singles. Reynolds will go ahead and pitch to Kranepool. 4-2, error on a grounder. Kranepool, 3-2, line out to second. There's no error there, and the inning will be over. 3 runs on 2 hits, a single, a homer, a hit batter, and the Mets lead 16-2. And if the score holds, this will be the biggest blowout I've had in 76. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Or in this case, it be 9th inning miracle. Mets lead 16-2. Stranger things have happened here at RJL 518. Here's Dave Winfield. Swan is tired. They're going to ask him to try to complete the game. Why not? You lead by 2 touchdowns. Swan will go ahead and pitch to Winfield. Winfield is 0 for 3. 3-3, that's at the park. San Diego Stadium says 3-1, fly out to right. And that is the first out. Next up is Doug Rader. Swan will pitch. Rader is 2 for 3, a triple and a single. 6-6, strikeout, got him. He gets him on a K. And that is strikeout number 3 for Swan. He only had 89 of them in 76. 2 outs. 2 men down in pretty much an empty stadium right now. Here's Luis Melendez. He's 1 for 3. Swan getting ready to deal. As long as he doesn't hit one of his fatigue results, he is fine. Swan, 2-2. Error on a grounder. Melendez will swing. 5-3. That is a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Phillips. His error rating is an 11. That's a 5. Phillips tries to pick it up, and he just drops it to the turf. It lands on the clay, and that is an error. That is an E6. The game will continue. Second error on the Mets. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning in RJL 518? I think not. Melendez gets on first on an error, second error. So now maybe the rally begins. So here's Bob Davis. Padres will let him bat. There really is nobody else on the bench, and you need to keep your batters for the pitcher. So it's going to be up to Bob Davis to see if he can keep the game alive. No strat roll. Melendez on it first. Swan trying to keep the game, trying to finish it out. 16-2. Swan will deal. And that's a 6-5. That's a walk. And he does walk Davis. Now runners at first and second. We'll see a pinch hitter for Reynolds. And coming up to bat for the Padres will be Ted Kubiak. 236 average, 26 RBIs. He will come up to bat. It's the ninth inning. I can bring in anybody I want, and he's really the best guy left on the bench. So here's Kubiak against Swan. Swan's avoiding those plays, trying to finish it out. 2 outs here. You had 2 complete games in 76. Thank you, Steeler. Thank you, Steeler fan. Runners at first and second. Swan will pitch to Kubiak. 3-2. Wild pitch. That's a 4. No. Ball 1. Swan did not have many wild. Matter of fact, he might have had a couple pass balls, but he had no wild pitches at all that year. So that's ball 1. He gets to do it again. Pretty much shows you Swan had pretty decent control. Swan will do it again. 5-6 against a lefty switch. That's a blank. Kubiak will swing. 5-6 against a righty. Base hit up the middle for Kubiak. That's a single. Melendez's base running rating is a 1, and that will score Melendez on a single up the middle. Melendez does come in to score. Davis's base running rating of a 1, and he has no chance to get to third, obviously, so he'll stop at second. Kubiak gets a single, and it is now 16-3. So the error definitely gives a run to the Padres. 16-3 now. Swan is still not hit. That fatigue thing, they're going to keep him out there. Said, come on, get us one more out. And Swan is saying, hey, look, if my defense could play a little defense, the game would be over already, guys. Here's Enzo Hernandez. Met bullpen is ready already to send out somebody in case Swan gets hit with it. Hernandez is 0 for 3, but he did reach on an error. 2 outs, 16-3 now. Swan will pitch. 3-4. That's a blank. Hernandez will swing. 1-4. That's a ball hit to center field, but that is a 20. Against the righty, it's going to be too high, and that's a ball hit to center. Unser gets under it, taps his glove, puts out his glove, blah, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Mets go ahead and absolutely annihilate the Padres tonight, 16-3. Final line score coming up. 1 run on 1 hit and an error. Final line score and 10-minute ticker coming up. Don't go away. As after further review with Steve Tower joins us here at San Diego Stadium, although the game is over. But yeah, a Friday night blowout. As the Mets tie the season high in runs in my games with 16. There was another team that got 16 runs. And I have a fun, you know what? And I think it was the Padres. Let me see. Yes, the Mets put 16 runs on the Padres. And remember this game against Montreal, San Diego beat Montreal 16-8. So now the Padres know what it feels like to get 16 runs put on top of them. Final line score coming up. Don't go away. And the 10-minute ticker, of course. It looks like a football score, doesn't it? 16-3. Yeah, pretty much. For the Mets, 16 runs on 19 hits, 2 errors. For the Padres, 3 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. Craig Swan goes the distance at the complete game, and I'm going to make this a Game of the Year candidate because of the amount of runs scored by one team. Alan Foster takes the loss. So historically, the Padres won this game 5-1, and this game is not even close. So sometimes that happens to you. So my Mets have a happy recap. I have a happy recap tonight. How about that? It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. Please check that out. I believe this is the best. I really, truly believe this is the best background season generator you can use. All you got to do is print and play. That's it. Nope. They automatically do the calculations for you. June 7th, let's see. Texas is at Baltimore. Texas has a 10. And that is a 13, and that is 1 run. Baltimore has a 10 as well. And 32, that's going to give them a win. That's a win for the Orioles. Minnesota at Cleveland. The Twins are 13. 43, and that is 5. Cleveland has a 9. 15, that's 1. Minnesota wins. Detroit taking on Kansas City. Tigers are awful this year. Tigers have an 11, but a 65 is pretty good. That's 8. Kansas City has a 13, and that is a 55, and that's 6 runs. Detroit will beat the Royals. Cardinals taking on the Astros. I know Steeler fan hoping on his Astros. John Curtis against Joe Negro. Both teams have an 11. St. Louis, a 56. That's 6 runs. Going to be tough for Houston. They need a 53 or higher. No, 43. That's going to be 4 runs. The Cardinals will beat the Astros, and Steeler fan will say rigged. Philadelphia taking on the Dodgers. Philadelphia at 11. 66. That's 10. So Philadelphia gets that big amount. Dodgers have a 3. There's no way they can win. That's a 62, but it doesn't matter. That's 5 runs, as the Phillies will win that one. Reds taking on Pittsburgh. Reds have a 15. So do the Pirates. Reds a 52, and that is 6 runs for the Reds. Reds have not been rolling well lately on FastScore. Pittsburgh has a 15, but a 34 will win it for that. That's going to be a 4, and this one belongs to the Reds. Moving on to June 8th, Texas taking on Baltimore. Texas has an 8. 44, that's 4 runs. Baltimore has an 11. 26, and that is 3 runs. That's a win for the Rangers. Oakland taking on Boston for Salvador America. Not in the chat today, but that's okay. Oakland has a 9. 51, and that is 5. Boston has a 14. 26. That's not going to be enough. That's going to be 4. Oakland beats the Red Sox tonight. Minnesota taking on Cleveland. Minnesota an 11. 64, and that is 8 runs. Cleveland has a 10. 36. 4 runs. Minnesota will win that game. Minnesota has the best record in the majors. Detroit taking on Kansas City. Detroit with an 8. 51. 4 runs. Royals have a 13. 41. And that is 5 runs. Royals will win. White Sox taking on Milwaukee. White Sox have a 6. 11. That's a 0. Milwaukee has a 12. 31. That'll be a win for them. They beat the White Sox. California taking on the Yankees. The Angels have a 3. 14. And that's just awful. That's a 0. Yankees have a 12. 61. They'll crush them with that. And that's a 7. A lot of blowouts tonight. Atlanta taking on the Cubs. We've got this game tomorrow. Atlanta with a 9. 66. That's pretty good. That's a 9 for them. Cubs have a 9 also, but a 12 is a and that's 0. So Atlanta will beat the Cubs. Cardinals taking on the Astros again. Cardinals have a 9. 65. That is 8 runs. The Astros have a 14, and they need a 62 or higher. 32 ain't going to cut it, and that's 4 runs. And Houston loses both games tonight, and I know Steeler fan will once again say rigged. Philadelphia taking on the Dodgers. Philadelphia has an 11. 61. They continue to play well. That's 7. Dodgers have an 8. 12. That's 0. Philadelphia shuts the Dodgers out. Reds taking on the Pirates. Both teams have a 15. Reds have a 61, and that is 8 runs for the Reds. Pittsburgh has a 15, and that's a 31, and that's going to be 4 runs for the Pirates. And this one also belongs to the Reds. Can the Padres get a little bit of payback? The Mets taking on the Padres. Mets have Mickey Lolich. They have a 9. I need a big number. 24. Yuck. And that's only going to be 2 runs. Padres have a 6. I need them to roll a 22 or lower. Nope. 32 will win the game for the... No, a 32 ties the game. I'm sorry. What I have here? Let me make sure I did that right. Have a 9. And the 9 was a 2 runs. The Padres have a 6, and they roll a 32. No, that's tied. That's a tie game. My bad. We have extra innings. The Mets, though, have a -2 clutch. Yeah, that's 0. San Diego has a 2 clutch. They'll automatically win it. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So 5 more runs get added to the Padres, and they will beat my Mets in the second game. 7-2. Rigged. Montreal will take on San Francisco. Expos have an 11. 26, and that is 3 runs. Giants have a 7. 36, and that is 3 runs, so we have extra innings here. Montreal has a 0 clutch, so it's a straight die roll. That's a 2. San Francisco has a +2 clutch. It's automatically going to be a win for them, and that is going to be 3-2, so they get an extra run. So the Giants will win 4-3. That's it for your 10-minute ticker tonight. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. How does the home team win by 5 in extras? I'm just saying pretty much it's say it extra innings, that kind of thing. You know, I kind of do it that way to make to give a little bit of high scoring, because most of these scores are pretty low. So I pretty much add subtract it. The main rule really is, all right, if whoever wins in extra innings, only 1 is added to the winning score. I just do it that way. Whatever. Works the same way. The team that's supposed to win wins. Tomorrow night, we'll be at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field as the Atlanta Braves will take on the Chicago Cubs. Messersmith against Coleman. That'll be tomorrow night's game. Steeler fan, after further review with Steve Tower, Peter Berg's Uncle Dave Gardner, Baseball Demos, Ronald Spursky, thank you for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit that bell so you know that when my streams begin, you get notified. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow. New York Mets absolutely destroy the Padres tonight. 16-3. M-E-T-S. Mets. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.